Welcome back to the Mad Spider-Verse. I'm Mad Spidey, and thanks you for tuning into my channel. Before I get into the episode quickly, if I sound a bit nasally or if I might cough or sniff a little bit, I've been sick for the last couple of days. So yeah, just trying to get that's why I haven't done much in the last couple of days, like video-wise, content-wise. So yeah, hopefully I can get rid of this and get back to the usual content. So yeah, just bear with me if yeah, as I said, if I sniff and cough a little bit. So but try and get through this as quickly as possible so I don't do that. Today will be another one of my statue collection videos. Obviously you all know, or most of you know, that the CBC Awards is coming to a close for this year. There's only, I think it's less than 2 weeks, might even only be a week left to vote. So obviously please consider me for best statue review if you want to. Don't have to if you don't want to, but I greatly appreciate each and every one of you that have voted for me. So as I said, this is episode 40. Well, I didn't actually say that, but I just did. Episode 40 of my statue collection. So yeah, quite a decent back catalogue. Obviously, you know, I have a playlist if you want to, you know, zoom through it all and have a look what else I have shown and things like that. And there, trust me, there is many more to go. It's probably one thing I'm not going to run out of content with for quite a while, which is good. Yeah, so basically my statue collection, get through the blurb, is Bowen Designs statues, which were the statue company back in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s, obviously before all these new ones of Sideshow and Iron Studios and, you know, all the there's like hundreds of them now. But Bowen statues basically got the full license to Marvel. There it is, there's the cough. And that's pretty much all that they did was Marvel statues. Now they did 3 ranges. They did a mini bust, a mini statue, and a full-size statue. The mini statues 9 times out of 10 were exactly the same as the full-size statue. They were just done on a different, smaller scale. So I ended up getting rid of those and just sticking to the mini bus and the full-size statues. Excuse me. So today will be a mini bust. Now this is, I'll say it a lot, you know, this is my favorite piece of art, or this is one of my favorites, or this is one of my favorite statues, one of my favorite comics. I have a lot of favorites. Get over it. It's just me. It's just the way I am. But in saying that, this is probably one of my favorite villains from the Fantastic Four world. I still need his first appearance. I still have not got that book. It's not a massively expensive book, but it has obviously risen a lot in recent years, and still kind of rare over here. And that is Annihilus. So yeah, I've always been intrigued by Annihilus with the yeah, just the like obviously the characters are designed and things like that. I just think he looks really cool, really evil, really wicked, you know. It's, you know, I like the look of, you know, the way he was designed. So now obviously being a Bowen box, you know, the traditional grey box that I've mentioned plenty of times before. Now being a mini bust, one side of the box is generally sculpt details of who actually sculpted the prototype for production, heights and weights, or not necessarily weights, but heights and widths and things like that. And then on the other side, now this one's a little bit tiny bit different. As I've said plenty of times before, they generally have a synopsis of the character, and they'll generally show a book, either the first appearance or something, an older book featuring that character and something a little bit newer. But in this one, they've actually shown 3. Which is, yeah, it doesn't happen very often. Usually they only show 2. So obviously they do have his first appearance there, which is a book, as I said, I still need. Yeah, so they've actually done it sort of 3 different eras. Yeah, so you got his first appearance, you got something from the, I'd say that's probably late Bronze Age, early Copper Age, and then something obviously a bit more recent to when this bust was actually released. The other thing to note is obviously down the bottom, there is an edition number. Now this was 2,000 worldwide, so not one of those mini busts that has a huge run. Like, as I said, some of them went to 5,000, 10,000, and some of them were really, really limited to like 100 or 200 and things like that. But yeah, 2,000 sort of middle of the road sort of run. Let's open him up and actually show you what he looks like. Now, obviously, another quick note that I've mentioned many times before: when you pull out the styrofoam, there is usually up or the Bowen Designs symbol, so you know which way to actually open it on the foam. So, there. Now he's all in one piece, so I don't have to join anything together. There's a lot of foam and bits and pieces. So they've put some extra foam and stuff underneath the wings because it's quite fragile. But there is Annihilus himself. Very, very cool looking mini bust. And as I said before, sometimes the actual base is quite basic. So they've actually done like that as fairly basic, but then they've obviously done all this sort of, I think that's sort of, you know, like bubbly bits from the negative zone, you know, some Jack Kirby crackle stuff. Obviously there's the edition number on the bottom. The copyright trademark stuff. So this one's 192 out of 2,000. As you can see, he's got the big wings. So what they actually did is when they packed it, obviously you can see there's quite a large gap. Well, not a large gap, but there's a gap in between the wings there. So they shoved some foam bits up there to actually cushion it a little bit better. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, very, very awesome mini bust. Something that I'm absolutely glad to own in my collection. So there we go. That will do for this particular video. Only coughed a couple little times, so not too bad. But thank you very, very much for tuning into this episode. And obviously, thank you very much if you voted for me in the CBC Awards. And yeah, so that'll do for this particular video. Obviously, don't do all the usual stuff. Leave a comment if you wish to. Hit the thumbs up because apparently it does something for the algorithm for yourself. So yeah, if you could do that, that'd be greatly appreciated. But obviously, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So thank you once again. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and Spidey out.